we've got all the French Samus players as well. We see them travel a lot, and pretty much every time they will at some point come up against Riddles, or even our very own Andres FN within Europe itself. Literally within the context of Europe, or traveling Europeans, or even if it's all just Americans or Japanese players, it always seems intertwined that Samus players will run into Terry and Kazuya players. And it's one of those where the fighting game characters like Terry and Kazuya will say that Samus is one of their harder matchups, because they do struggle to find a way past the wall of projectiles. They're not necessarily built for dealing with that, except for that random time they chucked a reflector on one of Kazuya's tilts, which...
the strongest reflector in the game, might we add as well.
Yeah, funny that. But nevertheless, even though it's one of those where Kazuya and Terry players will say Samus is one of the harder characters to deal with, the Samus is just as scared. It's like, I don't know, seeing a spider on the wall and you see all your friends freak out. It's like, oh, I got a spider! Well, how do you think the spider feels? when a gigantic human is panicking around them. Like, it's still the risk of getting 0 to death by Kazuya, by getting grabbed once off the side of the stage by Kazuya's down B, and you just go to the gates of hell, or against Terry. As soon as you projectile wall him up to 100%, all of a sudden you might wish you hadn't.
It might just be on the receiving end of one of Terry's giant projectiles, in the form of the powerful geyser, in the form of the Buster Wolf, or if Kazuya's come out to play, you might just get grabbed at 80, and even though you're Samus, you've got a bulky suit of armor, the gravity suit ain't enough to weigh you down when the Demon King of the Mishima Dynasty has you by the neck.
Because that's the thing, like, Siski kind of made his name outside of Europe by getting a big result by beating Riddles at 2 consecutive events. Did it at the Smash World Tour, and did it at another big event, possibly... I can't quite remember which one, but then there was a real period in the middle, including Ultimate Wanted 4 in Europe, where like 3 times in a row, Siski lost to Riddles, and it was not close. Riddles kept stealing stocks with Kazuya's down B, but now Siski started winning again, so we know it's possible. It's encouraging enough for PizzaTime to start with Kazuya in Game 1, nevertheless, and say, NUTLORD, you better be on watch, because you're already at kill percent.
Checking our buttons here, and I was just about to say, if Carlos is going to be the stage pick, what a good idea it is. Give Samus enough space to just get away from Kazuya. Yeah, it's got a big open part in the middle, not unlike the likes of FD, which you never take Kazuya to. But then when you've got that much space to keep Kazuya out, and then you've got that ceiling so high, which Kazuya with the likes of the down B is going to kill off the top, especially, and with the up B as well, that's a decent idea, especially with Samus killing primarily off the side with the likes of the charge shot, with the likes of the forward, with the likes of the back air, the up B, the screw attack being really the only thing that Samus wants to get off the top. I wonder if that will be the stage pick, or if we'll see something maybe a little bit lower.
Potentially, and this is, I think PizzaTime is now our only surviving Terry and Kazuya, because we did have Greek Yogurt coming out from the US of A to make a splash at this tournament, but did fall to the Wolf of Rapid. That means that Lighter will be fighting Rapid in losers round 2 a little bit later today. But for now, here we go, getting it started for real. We've got PizzaTime on the left, playing Kazuya, perhaps a little more known for Terry, but Kazuya feels like the answer to Samus. You've got that reflector, you've got the chance to steal stocks away with an offstage down B or anything like that at any moment, and NUTLORD will need to stick to the Samus plan and wall out with projectiles. Let's see how it goes.
The stained glass of Carlos's Pokemon League is the choice here. Again, a brilliant idea in theory. More space for Samus to stay away. More space to not die off the top because of the high sin that Carlos brings, the highest of the legal stages we have on tap here. Let's see what goes on as we see PizzaTime at the moment at a 71% deficit, but always on that cusp, keeping that close range, wanting just that one grab, that one electric to start things off. But NUTLORD taking some brilliant little steps to avoid that from happening at all, keeping PizzaTime at bay. But the whiff for that could have been the start of something big, rolling past the super missile, but NUTLORD just saying, no, I'm not engaging, get away. But the reflector into the electric wing of Fist is going to hit it so far. Let's see if things can be escalate that a little bit further here. The reflector is coming out. We know the input is there, but you know what's not going to come out? The rage drive. And in fact, what's going out is PizzaTime's first stock. A big dash attack. The speed booster of Samus Aran comes out and pays massive dividends, rolling straight past an attempted electric wing god fist and taking things to the skies. Kazuya in his home game cannot jump, and as a result, not as adept in the air as you might think. Some big hits certainly, but not as adept as the space bounty hunter, Samus Aran.
Yeah, and that is the thing as well about, oh, wait a minute. The thing about Kazuya's reflector is it's not even primarily a reflector, it's still an attack. It always has been an attack in Tekken. It's not like there's any projectiles for it to reflect in Tekken. It's still a kick, and that's why even though it has yet to be used successfully as a reflector in this match, it's still hit 2 times already. NUTLORD, meanwhile, is not able to make it back, just assumed that the ledge was within his grasp, and it was not earlier on. So now you've got to deal with Rage Drive Kazuya. It could get a heck of a lot worse if you're not going to take it away.
There we
Electric jab lock.
Oh, wants a jab lock, but there we go. Oh, wants the nether treble there. Could come out from Kazuya there, but not finding it. Just standing there, asserting the pressure that only the CEO of the Mishima Zaibatsu can.
Yeah, no attempt at a triple nair or anything like that, because Samus can very quickly combo break with screw attack, and there's always that you can just throw out as well. Charge shot will take the stock once again, but NUTLORD is heading to the bottom blast zone for a quick moment. Gets charge shot, 23% dealt. It wasn't fully charged, but I think it might be staling just a tad with numbers like that coming out. But this is still a full stock lead for NUTLORD that's starting to disappear.
Absolutely, there we go off the side. The 1-2 buckle my shoe coming out from Kazuya, and wants an up smash, charging it so long there. But NUTLORD just said, that's fine. Nair is going to make it so. The return is pretty difficult, but not impossible. Not quite within reach, though, at that moment. I love the use of the Demon Laser to stall and hit Samus back. But it's Samus Aran who takes game 1 over Kazuya Mishima, piloted by PizzaTime. And that stage pick was brilliant. It made it so even when that combo did come out, when the up smash that usually is a guaranteed kill, more or less for most characters, didn't finish things off. It landed its mark certainly, but it didn't work to intended effect because the ceiling of Carlos is so high. We'll lock them in the same characters again.
And finishing with a wall jump nair. You can't do that anywhere else, that's for certain. That was a Kalos Pokemon League specific kill coming up from NUTLORD. So we'll see where we are in Game 2, but we are going to be sticking to Kazuya Mishima here on Smashville. We might see Terry in Game 3 if it gets to that point, but for now PizzaTime will be looking to equalize very quickly. But NUTLORD says, I'm not going to hold back for even a moment. I do not want to be behind against Kazuya at any point in this game.
Less space to control for Samus, but also less space to get away from Kazuya, who at the moment is just trapped at the ledge. NUTLORD using some brilliant option coverage there, just throwing out the screw attack, ready to keep Kazuya out. Oh, expecting a landing on platform, but falling straight through his NUTLORD there. Kazuya has Rage Drive, but PizzaTime was able to get that off the ground. The entirety of last game wants the side B, but doesn't find it.
The perfect roll as well to get away from Kazuya doing side B so often, but they just haven't found the mark. It would be a great combo starter, but instead NUTLORD is just keeping things happy and content. Any projectile and also screw attacking out of the way of the side B. At this point, I'd just never try it again.
Yeah, absolutely. The side Bs have been punished so brilliantly by NUTLORD, just saying, I can just roll out the way of this, and my roll, while it's slow, is long enough to just make sure I don't get hit. Keeping Kazuya at ledge for 1 minute and 10 seconds at this moment. But that's the opening that Kazuya needs. Only getting the 2 hits, but able now to reverse things. NUTLORD's now the one at ledge, but a neutral air drifting down that little bit is going to seal out that first stock, which looked incredibly rough for PizzaTime.
And now just taking a moment to breathe there on the platform, because when he comes back, can come in with the electrics and any potential finisher. But NUTLORD in return, almost a fully charged charge shot, and that's better than getting a fully charged charge shot, because it means you can then go in and grab afterwards at those low percents. And NUTLORD knowing exactly the right numbers to put on the table, but now having to get away.
Not quite finding the kill off that punish there. The parry was there, the read was there, but the kill was not. But there we go, a huge choke slam. doesn't get the job done. The gravity suit evidently doing its job and keeping Samus grounded here as we see Kazuya struggling to find the kill. And that's not a sentence you say often, certainly not. But the tilts, the grabs, the tethers, the projectiles, Samus's kit seems to be built to deal with Kazuya, who reflects the super missile but doesn't find anything else off of it.
Yep, it's exactly what we were saying before the set got started. There's a good dash attack from PizzaTime to take things away. Get out!
Sweet.
Kazuya can struggle with Samus because he needs to find a way past all of those projectiles. But he has the tools just about to do it. He's got a reflector, he's got all of his 0 to death options. If you're playing at peak performance, you can deal with this character, but you have to be at that point.
Absolutely.
And if it can be so easy for Samus to take a lead, but PizzaTime, will not be left vulnerable after that aerial side B. Just going it for that little bit of extra damage because it was just about the only thing that was going to hit. Good knowledge from PizzaTime to know it was going to be safe, and it will eventually tack on the percentage you needed for that electric into Devil Wings kill.
One moment is all PizzaTime needed to completely reverse a full stock deficit. PizzaTime was at 171, NUTLORD was at 0, and it was Samus who lost the stock first. The down throw is here as the alarm! That would have been huge for PizzaTime. A massive F smash pardon moi, but instead it's the charge shot that finds its mark. PizzaTime brought himself back into it. Let's see if things can be finished out here. Samus just ready for the roll, ready for anything that Kazuya's going to throw, and ledge is once again where Kazuya finds himself. Lovely aerial movement there from Samus. But electric wind god fist, and there we go. The electric's coming out again on the up smash. What a reversal there from PizzaTime. Things looked absolutely horrid, but Kazuya finds a way. The Devil Gene showing that he's got that dog in him.
That match was like 65 to 70% NUTLORD winning by a landslide, and then it was about 30 to 35% PizzaTime winning, and then PizzaTime won the game. Literally, like, you only need that one chance as Kazuya. We cannot overstate it enough, but it came 2 times in a row, and PizzaTime held firm, and now we've got a whole suite of games still available to come. And we'll see if NUTLORD has any answers in response, because we're not likely to see a counter pick from NUTLORD. That's definitely going to be a Samus. PizzaTime can go Terry if and when required, but the Kazuya pick getting validated right about now.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw once again Kalos Pokemon League was the choice, and things weren't so grand for Kazuya on that stage. But that being said, the big open space that is right in the center of that stained glass could certainly spell some good things for PizzaTime. PizzaTime, as we saw there, needs that one moment, challenging the back air and going for a down throw into electric. Not able to get much out of it, but still establishing a lead situation, which NUTLORD firmly breaks with a double up air, but missing the spot, the shine spark. There we go, the true electric going for it there. Oh my lord, there we go, and the up smash is going to take it that time. It does not matter how high your ceiling is, because Kazuya shatters the glass ceiling of Carlos and manages to get straight through forward air into a grab. Down throw comes straight out, but retreating to the platform and getting away. Things are looking so much different. That moment that PizzaTime had in that game 2 to just reset seems to be paying ginormous dividends at the moment. Charging right through there is NUTLORD, but things are looking pretty dire.
Yeah, this is exactly why PizzaTime has never banned Kalos Pokemon League in any of these games, because if you're in the center of the stage, it's just Final Destination, and that means Kazuya can play around with all of the combos he likes. He doesn't need platforms to extend. That is not how Tekken works. He will extend on you using the floor itself, and that is exactly why PizzaTime is hovering around the center of the stage, knowing that if he gets his hands on NUTLORD in that zone, anything could happen.
Absolutely wanting the net to reset in that situation, and now looking for the down B pardon moi with the rage drive, but instead is driven up and out of the stage by an up smash from Samus. So tall as Kazuya, so imposing, but that time it didn't quite work out because of his height. The up smash did in fact hit. There we go, down throw into the nair, wanting a big follow up there, and then one move from Kazuya is enough. Going for the dragon, is it the Dragon God Fist? As he's got so many fists, does Kazuya there, just to try and crumple Samus, but instead it's Kazuya who looks like he's folding in the air at the moment. The down air is going to get PizzaTime back down to the ground, but what are you going to do when you're getting more pop bombs? You're going to run in and get a back throw.
I needed one of those Super Smash Bros. Melee moments where you could extend Samus's grab with like a specific series of inputs. I've never seen Samus so blatantly miss with a grab before. It seemed like I would have expected Samus to reach from there, but PizzaTime lives on, and this is as even as can be, really. There's the first proper reflect we've seen coming out from Kazuya, but only on a missile, so not contributing a great deal. The double jump is used, and that means that PizzaTime had to land on that platform where a down smash was waiting, special delivery right for him.
A brilliant use there, just waiting for PizzaTime to land that platform, getting the down smash charge nice and ready, and now NUTLORD can go back to what we saw in game 1. Wants the F smash to finish things, but so slow, while strong. Kazuya's unable to find that finisher. There's so many better options for doing that. Oh! The downer was wanted, and it found its mark, but did not spike as was intended. The up B though, the Devil's Wings coming out and taking out Samus. Let's see what happens. The final stock could be a ginormous reversal because Rage Drive's online, but wanted a jump punish, and because of Kazuya's slower jump compared to the rest of the cast, unable to get anything off it. We need a God Fist, we need something huge, otherwise NUTLORD's definitely going to take this game with a brilliant use of Samus's zoning potential. Ready to reflect there is PizzaTime, but nothing came out that time. There, you can't reflect that, and now your Rage Drive's gone.
Yep, the longer you wait without using the Rage Drive, the more likely you are to just lose it on a hit. Oh, but nevertheless, Kazuya can still fight no matter what, especially with that frame 4 up air. Getting its mark for the first time. NUTLORD is stuck in the air right now. PizzaTime protecting center stage, saying find a way past this. Side B doesn't make it through. The Zair is going to connect. You can still easily recover, but not when Samus is dropping down with that spinning neutral air to catch the exact moment you were going to pop up into the skies. NUTLORD is now winning the set 2-1. This is a best of 5, and PizzaTime could always bring this back. This is the last chance now to consider a swap to Terry, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I wouldn't say so. While Terry is faster and does have those insane extensions as well into the likes of the go moves, Kazuya's been doing absolutely fine, even though at times it has not seemed like it. PizzaTime piloting the character with such efficiency, ready to get things done straight away. Samus is of course locked in. Let's see, is the Terry switch coming? I would probably say no, because when Kazuya's been in, it's been in. The only issue is PizzaTime's missing those Nair resets, going for those ambitious combos, waiting for a mix-up, but challenging Samus in the air, missing the Nair resets. They've been hitting, sure, they've been doing big damage, but you want to spike and get something greater. Kazuya is locked in for one more go. Game 2 looked pretty grim, but turned out massively into PizzaTime's favor. Let's see, we're going back, we're running it back to the exact same stage. Let's see who's going to take this set, or if we're going to keep on going.
Sure enough, Kazuya immediately opens with a forward smash, certainly getting adventurous. I do respect sticking to Kazuya all the way through. You know that it can work. You have the evidence right there on the board. You have a game. You could potentially have another. You have a slight lead over NUTLORD right now, but NUTLORD quite happy to just get maximum distance away, which isn't a great deal of distance on a stage like Smashville, but NUTLORD will still exercise every centimetre and bring in the bomb into the down air. That was the moment of opportunity, potentially, I would say, throughout this entire set.
A devious down air brings things into NUTLORD's favour, but the up smash is found by Kazuya. Percents are pretty in NUTLORD's favour at the moment, but Kazuya can strike just like that. Wants something to come down, wants the super armor on his command grab, but unable to get it. The grab once again comes out from Samus, and that's been the tail of the tape, really. The struggle Kazuya has with dealing with that tether grab of Samus, and the up tilt is going to come out. A big heel into the face of Kazuya. Let's see, PizzaTime does get back, but Ledge is once again the destination. Let's see, the zone is so effectively established. Samus is throwing everything and the kitchen sink at you. How do you break this zone for the next time this set? And there we go, Rage Drive is gone. Missed the opportunity again. Once something goes for the double jab into the third, but doesn't find the back air of Kazuya. The fabled Shoto back air is not enough either. PizzaTime needs to secure this kill sooner than later, otherwise NUTLORD's going to start running away with it.
Running away is exactly what NUTLORD's doing there, but rewarded for it. PizzaTime goes on the chase. NUTLORD pops the screw attack. A dash attack is able to land, but NUTLORD, Samus, quite a heavy character herself. Kazuya infamously heavy, up there with the super heavyweights, despite not fitting the archetype in any other capacity. Up throw again is we'd call it a kill throw, but it has to kind of be at the ledge in order to do so. Up air is going to collect it in the end because NUTLORD was getting perhaps a little complacent, just bouncing about on his own bombs there, but NUTLORD still has a whole extra stock to play with, and yes, it could disappear at any moment, but yes, you've still got that grab which covers over a third of Smashville.
We we are. Going high in the sky here is PizzaTime, wanting to close things out, but that stock deficit's looking wider and wider, especially when the charge shots are coming out, mixing up so well between charging. But here we go. This is the moment here. Ooh, goes for the Dragon Godfist, but doesn't get it. That could have been huge if she crumpled, but once again, there we go. Challenging the back air and missing a rare miss. Where did you turn around, but unable to find the punish? It's so disheartening to see the Kazuya miss that there. Wants the Nair to kill, doesn't find it there. Things are pretty safe for PizzaTime at the moment. Wants the Rage Drive to finish things off, but doesn't quite find it. Looking for a kill and not able to find one, which NUTLORD does with another charge shot.
Yep, that was the one. NUTLORD was so willing to play off stage, and usually people are not happy to fight Kazuya down there because they might just get grabbed by a down B and die. Obviously, that's not going to matter when the Kazuya is on their last stock. But Devil Wings can be popped, and it will just hit you on something ridiculous like frame 6 or 7. It can kill from the bottom blast zone. For a guy who can't even jump in his own source material, they sure gave him a really good recovery move. But NUTLORD was like, well, I've got bombs. I've got a tether grab to get back to ledge if it gets that scary. I'll chase you down there, and as soon as we have another interaction where I've got a charge shot I can throw out, I'll just pew. There you go, at the side. And NUTLORD is going to be moving on. That means that PizzaTime is eliminated at 17th place, which is obviously a downgrade